Welcome dear students. Today we are going to learn arithmetic operations. I assume that you have already learned addition and subtraction in your previous standard. So we are going to start with long multiplication and long division methods. So please keep this handy while you watch this video. I'll put the link in the description box for you to download it and refer it. Okay, so let us start. Now, you already have learned in your previous standard single digit multiplication. 3 times 2 is 6, or double digit multiplication also, double with single. 12 3s are 36. This you already know. So in short, you already know the meaning of multiplication. Now let us jump to long multiplication. Suppose if I want to multiply 612 with 24. So there is one approach that first I will multiply 612 with 4, that is this digit, that will give me 2448, and then I will multiply 612 with 20 because 2 is there. So answer will be 12240, and I will add these two numbers and I will get result as 14688. So that is one approach. But there is another approach where you can directly multiply with 24 and don't need to multiply separately with 20 and 4. So 612 into 24. First I will multiply with 4, that will give me 2448. Now I will multiply with 2, that will give me 1224. But keep in mind, because 2 is at tens place, so I have to move this number, means this result, one column to the left. That means I have to leave the space below 8, because this is at tens place. If there was another number before 2, let's say something like 5 or 3 or something like, so I would be moving this result of multiplication 2 places to the left. That is in the third step, not in the second step. So in the second step we got this answer. Now we have to add these two, like previously what we did. The same method is going on, but it is in one step, not the 2 steps. So here, because there is no digit, we place 0. Now we add these two, 8 plus 0, 8, 4 plus 4, 8, and so on. So you will get the result as 14688. So this is called long multiplication. Okay, you can do 3 digits also. You try in your notebook to multiply with 324 multiplied by 68 and ask yourself what is the result. Okay, now we will see multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000. It is really easy. I don't need to teach you that also, but let us discuss it once. When we multiply by 10, let's say I am multiplying 47 with 10, I have to just multiply with this number and not the 0. That is 47 into 1, that is 47 ones are 47, and put this 0 behind it. And I will do the same with no matter how many zeros are there. That means, suppose if it is like this, 10,000, if I don't know what this number is called, doesn't matter. I just have to multiply 47 with 1, that is 47 ones are 47, and this put how many zeros are there? 1 2 3 4 4 zeros are there, so I will put 4 zeros behind. Okay, so that will give me 4,70,000. And same goes with 100 and 1000. Please try with 68 or something like 74 multiplied by 100. Okay, what will be the answer? 74 ones are 74 and these two zeros will be there. Understood? Now let us see the trick involved in multiplying by 5. Now you tell me, while multiplying by 5, when I multiply any number with 5, suppose let's say 6 into 5. Okay, so either multiply by 5, multiplying by 5 is as good as multiplying with 10 and then dividing it by 2, because 5 is 10 upon 2, correct? So either way you can do it. Now there are two ways. I will first multiply 6 with 10 and then divide by 2, or I will divide 6 with 2 and then multiply by 10. Whichever way you prefer. 6 tens are 60 divided by 2, that will be 30. Okay, now you will say, sir, what is the need, because we know the table already. 6 5s are 30, but this is helpful while doing with a bigger number. Let's say 24 into 5. I don't know the table of 24, just suppose that. So for what I will do, I will divide this 24 by 2 orally, don't need to write it. Okay, 24 divided by 2, that will give me 12, and then multiply by 10, that will be 120. See how easy it is. Same goes for multiplying by 50. Okay, what I will do is 20, suppose 24 by multiplied by 50, so it is as good as 24 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 10, because 50 is 5 tens are. So what I will do is 24 5s are, I have already learned the trick by multiplying by 5. So 24 5s are, that will give me 120 and then 10, so that will be 1200. Okay, please excuse my handwriting, because I am trying to write fast, as fast as possible. Now let us learn multiplying trick by 25. Now what is 25? 25 is nothing but 100 divided by 4. So what we will do is, either we divide the number by 4 and then multiply by 100, or we multiply by 100 and then divide by 4. Whichever way you prefer, it is up to you. So let's say, suppose if I want to multiply 284 by 25, so it is as good as multiplying dividing by 4 and then multiplying by 100, or multiplying by 100 then divide by 4. So what I will do, I will prefer the first method, dividing by 4 first and then multiplying with 100. Okay, so this will give you 284 divided by 4, that is 71, because 4 7s are 28 and 4 1s are 4, multiplied by 100, that is 7100, 7100. Or you can do it also. I need to tell you this, dividing by 4 is as good as dividing by 2 and again dividing by 2. For example, if I want to divide 24 by 4, so I can do is 24 divided by 2, that is 12, and again divide by 2, that is 6. So ultimately answer 24 divided by 4 is 6. Understood? Now there are some properties involved in this chapter. Those are multiplication property, basic multiplication properties. There are two new names which you need to remember the name of the properties. That is, first one is commutative property. what does it say? It says that you can multiply in any order. That means whether you do 5 into 6 or 6 into 5, answer will be 30. So this property is called as commutative property. Then there is a associative property, which says you can group the numbers in any combination. For example, if I'm going to multiply 3 with 2, that will be 2 3 4. Okay, but there are two ways to do it. Either, and actually three ways to do it. Either I multiply these two numbers and then multiply by 4, or I multiply these two numbers first and then multiply by 2, or I multiply these two numbers and then multiply by 3. So no matter which group you make, answer will always be the same. That is 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24. So 3 4s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 2 4s are 8, 3s are 24. Understood? Now let us do the long division method, which you also might have learnt a simple division, but you haven't learnt the long division method. Let us try to do that. Suppose if I want to divide 4936 by 16. Now 4936, this is called dividend. This 16, the number by which you are dividing, is called divisor. Okay, here whichever answer you will get, that will be called quotient, and remaining number, if it is 0 or not 0, that will be called as remainder. Okay, now let us try. 16 and there is 4936. What I have to do is, 16 is a 2-digit number, so I have to select first 2 digit. If it was 1-digit number, I would check 1 digit first digit first, and if it is not less than the first digit, means if it is greater than the first digit, then I would jump for 2 digits. Right now, because it is 2-digit number, 49 is also 2-digit number. So what we will do is, we will try and find the number which is less than or equal to 49, and then which comes in the table of 16, of course. So if you count the table, 16 ones are 16, 16 twos are 32, 16 threes are 48. So I will start with 16 threes are, that will be 48. Now 9 minus 8 gives you 1, 4 minus 4 gives you 0. Now 1 digit comes down, that is 3. Now what happens is, let us check 16 and 13, which one is bigger number? 16. When divisor is bigger, what we do is 16 zeros are, because 16 ones are gives you 16, which is already bigger than 13. So what we will do is 16 zeros are 0, that will give you 13, minus 0 is 13. Now last digit comes down, 1 digit, remember guys, 1 digit at a time comes down, not more than 1. Okay, if you want to I could have directly put 36 below, okay, but then I have to put 10, but that is a shortcut method and usually people get confused in it. So what we will do is 1 digit at a time, please remember this. So 6 comes down, 136. Now I have to multiply, I have to check 16's table, where any number which is less than or equal to but very close to 136. 16 8s, I guess it is 128, because if I do 16 9s, that will be 144. So that will be greater than 136. So I have to go with 8. So 16 8s are Now 36, sorry, 6 minus 8 doesn't, so 6 becomes 16, 16 minus 8 is 8, 3 becomes 2, 2 minus 2 0, 1 minus 1 0. So now this is remainder I was talking about. If remember, if remainder is 0, then I could say this number is is divisible by this number. Okay, so we are ending the session now. Thank you for watching the video and see you in the next session. Meanwhile, what you will do is I'll put a question bank in the description box. You can download it from there and try to solve it on your own, long division and long multiplication questions. Thank you so much.